sweet, sleepy, slothy friends, living life with FND. Just so you know, you're not alone. If you're battling chronic pain or seizing the day with those pesky little insomniac gremlins again, let me remind you, my sweet, sleepy crew, Sarah totally understands you. We're seizing the day, literally, and totally unable to sleep. So take a deep breath, in and out. Sarah's here for you to help you drift off into something soft and sweet. Breathe in and out. Let's sip some sleepy warm tea, modest teas, just for you and me. She guarantees her favorite tea brand, named Go to FN. A sleep will knock you out. Take a breath in and out. Turn off the lights, get deeply cozy, and pretend to yawn. Stretch out any aches and pains. Take a breath in and out. Now yawn. Watch the Mars drive for a bit. Take a breath in and out. Now yawn.
Hey guys, hey. As always, I'm always a hot mess. Alrighty, welcome. Let's get you all straightened out here. It takes a lot of work to do YouTube. Setting up, trying to get music for you. Hopefully this works. This is the magic button. Okay. Oh my goodness. So hopefully some of you start hopping in. I know I'm early, as always. I'd rather be early, start, on time, and which is kind of a booger when you have to depend on somebody or whatever. So it kind of, I think helps me to stay independent and, mindset. So, alrighty. Welcome. Anybody want to hop in here, watch some paint dry? We'll probably start a new painting. Kind of go from there. So we will see on that. Of course, I don't put my cell phone on the bed, unreachable. So hopefully we can start that. I do have to send myself, make sure I sent that to myself, to my cell phone, I usually use an app called The Grid, which puts a little grid on your picture. So I use that to kind of help draw out my picture. I don't know what I would do without, technology the way it is today, to help. Because back in the day, if you wanted a grid, you had to draw it on a piece of plastic, and then print out your picture, and then Xerox or copy your picture on that piece of plastic with the grid. And last night I was doing something, and yeah, I was looking at a booklet. I'm like trying to zoom in on a booklet. Oh my goodness. I'm like, you're such a dummy. It was funny. Oh, you're gonna have to cash out me, people. Like, now, if you can't afford it, if you're an F&D warrior out there, but the funny stuff that I do, if it entertains you, I think you should, like, cash out just $1. Yeah, I'm gonna use YouTube. And YouTube, I'm not gonna really want to share with you 30% of my profit. Just saying, you need to fix that. 20%. I don't know. Hopefully they don't delete. She doesn't want to share. Nope, we're not accepting her. But after she gets, 1K subscribers, I am frugal. I don't really want to share. I've worked too hard, but eventually, so if you, want to help me out, cash out, you know how to do that. If not, then go hit the link in my bio, and that's how you can do it. Or that's if you're, not a boomer. If you are a boomer, whatever I'm trying to say. If you're not a boomer and you know how to do this, Cash App is right there in the corner. Over here, take a picture, and then it'll go to the link to let you Cash App. Coffee is always great, as always. Wherever my Cash App, coffee. I love my coffee. I never go out. It's hard going a day without coffee, or a pop or whatever. But so yeah, anybody want to join us for some art therapy? I know it's a little bit confusing. I need to change the thumbnail. I think I want to do 3 times a week for art therapy. I want to do my original plan was to do 2 o'clock, but I just found out that they're doing art journaling on FND Hope International at 1 or 2, and it kind of ran into about 3 o'clock. So, and I, overslept. I slept in. Oh my goodness. Whatever the body needs, whatever it needs. So, I want to do that. So I want to do, after that, maybe, I don't know. Thank you to those that I joined this afternoon. It's pretty funny, Let me tell you, you're isolated too much when you jibber jabber and you just don't stop. A lot of us have something in common. So, and it's actually helpful. I was part of a support group for a while, and then I just felt like I needed to leave for a while and then focus on me, and then but now I feel a little bit better. I don't feel isolated and alone, and I've got brothers and sisters out there that are dealing with the same bullshit. So it was helpful. So that's the important part. So coffee is great. Cash App if you just want to send $1, that actually goes to supplies, living expenses, and well, actually I should just, this one is if you really want to pay me for a painting, you don't have to pay it all up front. Just I don't want it really for the small expenses of art, because then it gets too confusing to keep track. So, but I should use it for all artsy fartsy stuff. So yeah, just go ahead and do what you need to do. If you want to send artsy fartsy supplies or pay for a painting, use this QR code here. And then we'll just leave cash out for just, normal everyday living expenses. And then all the other, ways to support me, Amazon links, GoFundMe, whatever works for you. But we just gotta, keep, the understanding of where your money is going. So, so whatever you can do to support me, that way I can, pay it forward and get comfy, whatever, in life. So hopefully you can do that. But I just don't like that once we get YouTube rolling with, getting paid, I just don't like the fact that it takes about a month, from what I heard, to get paid. And these super chats, and I don't. Just keep in mind when you do a super chat, don't say it's for X, Y, and Z, because then that makes it hard. Now you kind of know that, which QR code is what, to look for. And I wish I could put them all of them in a line, and then maybe I'll do that tonight, where here's the ways you can, help me out, or whatever we're doing. So keeping in mind that I want to, get 1,000 subscribers, and get compensated, and but also, there's some people out there that just make it a little harder, but yeah, just saying. Where is everybody? Sorry, I moved it this time to 1, and then 2, 3, 3:30, whatever. So you know me. If I can't make it, I apologize. Make it jump around, trying to figure out what to do. But I really want to go live 3. It'd be great if I could do, 6 days a week, but it takes a lot of work. So, and that's a lot of hours trying to come up with music, and all sorts of stuff, pictures, make it my thing. And then art, and what should we talk about, so it's a lot of work. Oh my goodness, where is everybody? I want people to hop in here. It's already been 18 minutes. Well, maybe people will hop in when they hear the intermission music, because that usually means I am gonna roll with the painting and do my thing. And hopefully the music, we've got the music. Hopefully. And it is really annoying that you're only limited to, I think, 150 millibytes to share the screen. Yeah, so hopefully we got it rolling. With that, thanks for joining me again, giving me the opportunity to try again. I was a little irked yesterday after going back, and there was no music. So I think we got it, though. I think. Cross your fingers. I hope we did it. So now my few future is to like make music. I do need some funds. I just want to pay the year membership, so then I have full-fledged access, and I don't have to keep hopping through my different profiles to create music, because you're only limited to 50 credits, and each lyrics costs 10 credits. So and you usually typically go through 80 songs. They give you 2 different songs with a male's voice, a woman's voice, and then every tweak you have to, okay, crap, that doesn't sound right, So I do have one song. I'll probably share it tomorrow night. I'm almost done with it. But the thing was being a butt. And it's like literally an 8-minute song, which helps me tremendously to just, put music out there without, okay, I got 4 minutes, I got 2 minutes, okay, this is 8 minutes, and yada, yada, yada. So it takes a lot of work. So the annual membership is like $8 per month. So times that, I'm saving a couple dollars each month, which is fantastic. Because you got to realize YouTube is kind of expensive, because you got to have a cell phone or a computer or a microphone, then a new chair, and then lyrics, and nice camera, lights, camera action. So writing scripts to it takes a lot of time. So sorry, I'm rambling on. Those that have joined, I did put a poll in the chat. Please do that if you want. And then please talk amongst yourselves. I'm not going to interact with you guys I think I have my music finally for about 30 minutes. I'll probably check in with you guys, and then we'll kind of end it. So it's like a 40-minute shindig with me. So all right, we're at 20 minutes, almost 25 minutes. So I'll see you in a minute. Go into your bladders, go get some coffee, Diet Coke, whatever food, snacks, and I'll be right back. Do you have Parkinson's, MS, or FND essential tremors? Let me know in chat, comment down below, or you can email me at livingwithnog@gmail.com. y'all, can you do me a favor and subscribe? Maybe toggle the notifications so you don't miss my shows to all. Feel free to chit chat amongst yourself, show some support. And then if you happen to miss my show, no worries. I understand life gets in the way. Feel free to come back later and comment down below. And then if you can also share this video with somebody, maybe your provider, maybe with a disability, maybe somebody that is helping you manage your FND. And no worries, if you just want to lurk, just be sure to watch the video all the way through. Every little bit counts. I appreciate you so much, and thank you for your help. Hey guys. All right. Whoa. I'm fine. I promise. Alrighty. A little ticky today. I've got in my other hand a little bit of a tick going on in my trigger finger, my thumb. So I watch a YouTuber, Mo Sargi. He does a lot of abandoned places. He's got a family channel. He's got 3 little kids. I have this kind of joke that, I'm naming their kiddo, their first kiddo. And then haunted places. So I thought I'd do a painting of Mo and Shadia. If you've never seen them, go check them out. He's from Canada and he just makes some really good content. And for a while ago, he wanted somebody to change a picture with the pyramids, and I thought this was a fun picture. I have another one, and I guess I haven't sent it to myself, so I was like, shoot. As always, I always, glitch, but we'll get it. So let me send that to myself real quick. That way you guys know what I'm doing. Double check and make sure I didn't send it to myself. I don't think so. Sorry, guys. That's all right. We'll do it again. Let's see. As an artist, I have way too many pictures. Maybe the mayor the other night was like telling me something that I need to go through my pictures and just put them in a file or whatever. Let's see here. Or we could go ahead and start our buddy on YouTube, Joe Schmoo. But I'm gonna wait a little bit on that. Maybe in the next week or so. Where did it go? I have so many ideas. It never stops, does it? No. Where did I put that? See, this is the problem. do, 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 do. So many pictures, and the one that I can't find is lost in the haystack. I do have a question. I've been working on legal vices, and I had 2 pictures of Vice Baby. There it is. And I was going to do him like, oh my goodness. And then you got a genuine smile, just very, very nice smile. So I kind of wanted to just do, and I think that's just, every day. Smile, So, but then League of Vices is like laughing. So if you can comment in chat and let me know, maybe I'll create another poll maybe tomorrow and kind of go from there. So we'll do this one today. All right. This is an old picture of Mozarty that I found. I know it's kind of weird that I find pictures that I like and then create them. But, I think they're memorable and, just, I don't know. I've had one painting where I did all this work, did 3D elements to it, and the person I was like about to deliver it, I was like, hey, just making sure you had time to chit chat or whatever. And unfortunately, they didn't want it. And that's understandable. They might, feel obligated or whatever to pay, which is understandable. At that time, I didn't know, how much to charge, and I was just taking the baby steps and doing what I needed to do to get my name and face out there again. So all right. Well, nobody was really wanting to watch me. Maybe I should do something else. Maybe I'll go back to legal vices. You're changing my mind on what I want to do. Anyways, I did most RGs, and Shadia or just and their family or just, one of my favorite, shows. I have too many. I need to go and see how many YouTubers I, lurk on and follow. Maybe we need to do that. Maybe we got a problem. F&D is creating this problem. So, anyhow, let's go back in here. Open. I just thought this was just a cute picture, and you think I'm weird, or you think I'm weird. Oh well. No, I don't want to send it to anybody. I want to save. Save it. Let's edit real quick. I know you're probably like, come on, Sarah, let's go. Let's see you rock. So I'll do that. I'll start drawing that. Then we'll do an intermission. I'll do legal vices. And then kind of show you, I don't know. There's one other painting that I want to incorporate, or I just might just show you, you know. I don't know. That's the nice thing about, you know, YouTube and doing lives. You can just do whatever the fuck you want. There's no script here. There's no, just living life. Hopefully one day without F&D. Come on, Sarah. What are we doing? All right. Do. Do that. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Do. And then, oh, the commission painting that I'm going to be doing, is going to be black and white. So I've got a little bit of a challenge because I haven't done black and white acrylic. I can do it, to be honest. There will be a little bit of a hint of color, you know. So I am excited about that. So probably going to start that next week. Done. All right. I think we're going to put the, sorry, I'm trying to get the picture with the grid. And then we can rock and roll with this picture. Ew, that's too big of a line. And they must have made their grid lines you know, much whiter. I don't know. All right.
Greater Lafayette.
Whoop. Stupid ads. Stupid ads. Get your ads off of. That's the one thing that you might like about me when we get to 1K. I will really not do the ads because I know it's going to drive you batshit crazy. Yeah. All right. I think we're ready to roll. I'll see you in a little bit. I'll check in, see if anybody's chatted. Please do the, poll. I have my screen, so I don't pay attention to you for like a good half hour. So if you chat, whatever. So, all right, guys, let's change something here. Let's show this. This is a little bit better. Smash, subscribe, hit that like button, share the love. I'm depending on you. It's free. It helps me to grow. And it doesn't necessarily you don't necessarily have to have F&D. You don't have to have a disability. You don't have to, you could have Parkinson's, MS, all sorts of disorders, and to come and join. I support y'all. And probably everybody but, let's say, everybody but stupid. Like, if you're legitimately stupid, causing people issues, you're not invited, and, go use your energy somewhere else. But, all right. I promise. Let's go. Let's do this. All right. Hopefully you can hear it. I'm going to mute myself. I am not going to sing.
Woke up slow like a sleepy sloth. My body's heavy, but I shake it off. Riding these waves, yeah, they knock me down, but I'm still here, won't let it drown me. They said it's all in my head, but I know my truth instead. Gaslit, mistreated, neglected, yet another quack playing power games. Fuck them, yet I rise with every time. Surfing life with F&D. Might fall, but I get back on my feet. Consistency and resilience, stronger now. The difference, yeah, I fight through the pain like sunshine after the rain. Coffee chats with Sarah keep me sane. Finding joy beyond the pain. Been through fire, yeah, I know the cost, but I ain't broken, just transformed, not lost. Seasoned, but I'm still aware, don't touch me, just leave me there, please. I know my body, let me be, please. Just ride the wave, then I'll break free. That sleepy sloth's got coffee now. Zippy energy, look at sunshine after the rain. Coffee chats with Sarah keep me sane. Finding joy beyond the pain. Been through fire, yeah, I know the cost. But I ain't broken, just transformed, not lost. Yeah, I fight through the pain. I season, but I'm still aware. Don't touch me, just leave me there, please. I know my body, let me be, please. Just ride the wave, then I'll break free. Then I'll break free. That sleepy sloth got coffee now. Sippy energy, look at me now. Through the fog, through the fight, still standing tall, still shining bright.
Hello, I'm Sarah. Let me tell you my story. Damn it! I wish I could fucking wake up from this never-ending complex PTSD night terror. I know I'm alive, I know I'm awake, but shit, I'm walking like the Walking Dead. Can't stop crying, trying everything, and to hold on. I trusted you, but you broke me once again. You don't fucking care, you damn quacks. I'm human, I am just frustrated. They are normal, but you don't know me. Failing to acknowledge my past history. Listen to me, disconnected by Wi-Fi. I'm right here, dismissed. Slapping me with fancy labels, changing my identity again. Instead of laugh or assuring. My stories are no mere seasons and introducing Dr. Mother Nature. No, just here are some band-aids that mess with my head and to silence me. Toss like a ping pong ball. You treat me like a lotto, only to learn this should have never happened. Now I'm trapped in this cycle. Can anyone hear me? Can anyone see me? Did I die body's morphing, pain is fire, disconnected, feeling trapped. Only now I'm seizing, like a poor fish out of water. This is new, I am scared. I feel attacked. You don't know how to help, unknowing that I am aware. Blindsided by the black and white, I am aware. I see you're weirded out, screaming in my head, but I can't talk back. This is really stupid, you damn quacks. You made me lose my trust in everyone. Feeling weird, embarrassed, and alone, abandoned by my world, because they are all blindsided by black and white. Damn! Trying to hold on, trying to prove myself by doing more. So exhausted, know what I am, the walking dead. I know I exist, but I feel so gone. Afraid of my future, don't know how long, or if it will fire again. I'm scared of shutting down. Exhausted, worn out, blindsided by the black and white. I'll try to do more. I hear you chattering to try more. Exhausted, worn out, again. I'm missing out, my sweet loves, not much time now. Pushing more, I am fucking exhausted. Dragonflies buzzing and whispering. Trust, hold on, it's just a season. You'll transform, your fire ain't gone, got more to give. But fuck this, I gotta rise somehow. I beg my spirit guides, loves and fire signs to join me like some mama to suit up battle. I'm like the new reincarnated Jared of FND, making history now. I'm so sorry, I'm so complicated, my loves. Can't speak, can't sing, and now my voice disappears. I can only write the mess inside my mind, much harder to juggle, hoping someday you'll read between the lines. You can't hear me, though I'm screaming here. I'm trying my best, but I'm tangled in fears. Round and round, my thoughts collide. I'm sorry, my loves, to burden you with this heavy ride. The fire burning in my brain is normal, my dear. Write too little, then I write too much for y'alls. Told to be a good girl, listen, my dear. Follow as they know best, they twist my words and soon turn my life upside down. Now they call me broken, quacks and therapists with their labels and names. Now I am pumped, paralyzed, and seasoned by chemicals. Ups and downs, I crash and I climb, they don't care much. Now you've stolen time and life over numbers and cash. I just need compassion, you can't touch by an oath. You can't hear me, though I'm screaming here. I'm trying my best, but I'm tangled in both fears and tears. Round and round, my thoughts collide. I'm sorry, my loves, to burden you with this heavy ride. But no one close, no angel to save me. I'm lost in the silence, drowning in tears. Feeling so trapped, missing my soulmate. Feeling like I don't exist anymore. No one will wake up and open doors, no matter how much I tap. You can't hear me, though I'm screaming here. I'm trying my best, but I'm tangled in fear. Round and round, my thoughts collide. I'm sorry, my loves, to burden you with this heavy ride. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, I'm still trying. I'm sorry, I am too complicated, too exhausted. I was fresh out the hospital rodeo, locked up and broken for 3 months. I can barely stand, can't walk too far, pain seasoned, exhausted. Taking days, just one day at a time. All I wanna PTSD, just trying to breathe, just trying to be normal, just figuring this new FND out, figure out my new life without anyone. Taking days, just one day at a time. All I wanna do is sleep. I instantly felt some pre-sketch vibes. Can barely breathe like I'm in some TV reality shit show. Oh shit, like a cat hoarder with a minimalistic lifestyle twist. But I was too tired and really appreciate that I had a place in the inn to lay my head. But damn it, just wanna figure out my new life without anyone. Taking days just one day at a time, but I just wanna sleep. Damn it! We chit-chatted about some rules. I saw her sweet side, but it didn't last long. Same sad old story, she pulled this before, blamed it on others or their problems. Left good folks in the mud trying to recover for once. Little did I know her kindness was grooming like some narcissistic sociopath. Finally sick and feeling relief for once. But no, that's not allowed and snapped in Psycho show. But you turned my new healing home to a rodeo. Sorry, can't lift a broom, can't follow commands, barking back in this room. While my body's still healing, I was hanging on tight. Here we spin into new hospital rodeos. I'm just trying to heal, figure my new life with FND. She is messing with the wrong doll. Your psycho bullshit stops at 3, but she's riding her mouth like a game of Russian roulette. Scribbling post-it notes over a piece of trashy reminders. My guest can't list, sit, or laugh. Now you are tapping, recording, and gossiping, and having a blast while I'm snoozing in season, pretending you psycho bitch. It's a rodeo with the cats on a leash, dressed up like poor China dolls, trying to con me with Lifetime movies with your cats. But that's where your psycho shit stops, messing with the wrong doll face. I ain't your bitch, your psycho bullshit stops at 3. I don't need this BS, I just wanna sleep, psycho. I'm too tired to start anything new. She freaked with OCD, said it broke rules, said it ruined the messed up plans in your strange head. Moving my boxes, just claiming my space. I am too tired for this BS, I just wanna sleep, psycho. I am too tired to start anything new. She called 911 to my door 3 times. Ambulance sirens collapsing on the floor like a fish under the water. Tried to run me out. You started a civil war. I am too tired for this BS, I just wanna sleep, psycho. I am too tired to start anything new. And me, I'm not here for that game. But your drama won't last, I'm just trying to fight my FND now. Your BS abuse stops here. Good luck running your rodeo elsewhere, dear. Goodbye, you psycho bitch.
Man, did you ever know, my darling, you are a warrior? That's the way your story's told. I am so proud of you. Walking with your one true soulmate, thorns are biting at you, and the wood is pressing down. He keeps reminding you with all types of signs. No matter if your core beliefs are changing, but he reminds he is with you one step at a time. Ingrained in you, he will always be there. I am so proud of you. Man, did you ever know, my darling, you are a warrior? That's the way your story's told. I am so proud of you. You ain't even seen a a battlefield, but you've been through battlegrounds. I am so proud of you. And the world keeps turning, but even if peace don't ever seem to come, still your heart keeps burning like the rising of the sun. You're a fighter, you're a soldier, with no medal, with no gun. And the world keeps turning, keep going. I am so proud of you. Then a little bit of mercy finds its way to where you stand, like golden morning sunlight pouring warm across your body. A stranger's quiet kindness breaks the heaviness inside, and for a fleeting moment you can breathe and don't need a wall. But keep going, I am so proud of you. And the world keeps turning, but even if peace don't ever seem to come, still your heart keeps burning like the rising of the sun. You're a fighter, you're a soldier, with no medal, with no gun. And the world keeps turning, but even if peace don't ever seem to come, keep going. I am so proud of you. You freeze to soak it in, that soft and fleeting grace. The quake that shook your soul starts to settle in its place. You've been walking through the storm, but you know you won't fall, 'cause love is stronger than the shaking of the walls. And the world keeps turning, but peace don't ever come. Still your heart keeps burning like the rising of the sun. You're a fighter, you're a soldier, with no medal, with no gun. And the world keeps turning, but even if peace don't ever seem to come, keep going. I am so proud of you. Man, did you ever know, my darling, you are a warrior. I am so proud of you. That's the way your story's told, here walking with your one true soulmate. I am so proud of you.
Hey guys. Hey, Yvonne. That is awesome. Thank you for the new subscriber, as always. Yeah, I think I screwed you guys up, typing in chat. You're not used to that. That's why. Just wanted to check in with you guys. It doesn't look like anything special yet, but I know it'll get there. But So if you're clueless on who I'm drawing, that's all right. Trying to spread out my YouTubing artistic abilities, seeing who else would love, artwork. I've been following Mo Sargine for, quite a few years, probably since Omar Gosh TV. I think Omar and Josh, exploration with Josh, or exploring with Josh. We had a abandoned place for many moons. Unfortunately, I was going to go explore it, but I was too chicken to explore it because, yeah, they tore it down, unfortunately. So, and yes, I would go with people that I know, and I would, do all the real estate people to check and make sure that they knew that we were going to be on that property. So, yeah. So that's where I geek out at as well. So I thought I would do this picture of you, Sargi, Shadia. I know it doesn't look great, it looks like a kid did it. But I promise I will work my magic and create exactly what is on the picture and add a little bit of Shadia, because I know Shadia likes her pink and, glitter, and that would be funny if I sent them a glitter bomb. Oh, yeah. I don't know how much it would cost to ship to Canada. So I hope you guys out there will help whoever watches this. And if you know Mars, you're from Mars. If you know Mo Sargi, or if you watch him, let him know that, I'm doing this. So kind of, I did comment in his, comment section, let him know. I might message him. I know that I don't even know how many subscribers he has, but I know that if I reached out to him and send this, then I think he would, work some magic too. So I've been following him probably since 2015, 16, 17. So, and I wish I did this, years ago. And you would think with the pandemic, I had all that time. But yeah. Anywho, Well, let's kind of maybe finish up and see where I can get to. I'm going to put some relaxation music now to kind of chill out because, it's Friday. We got to start, our Friday right, with relaxation and just chilling out. We made it. We made it another week. And with F&D or any disability, not being able to work, should I stand for this one? I should have stand earlier and then sat. Oh well. No script on this one. Because, it's good exercise, even though it's, stationary. Also, I probably move around in this chair, this little rolling chair that I had, sitting in my closet, thinking that I would go back into massage. Well, I discovered something probably helpful for anybody with F&D, and especially if you akathisia or it just, I think it helps because then they can go here and roll around, and I think you can conserve your energy. So if you have F&D and you're trying to pace, which is, or you have chronic fatigue syndrome, ME, POTS, whatever, I'd say go get a rolling stool. Now, if you are having problems with tics and seizures, I wouldn't recommend it yet. I think you would have to have a little bit of stability because back in the day when I was really, really bad with F&D, all those fears, like I don't want to fall, I don't want to, have an episode and then hurt myself. Those kind of still roll in my head, but and then I can use it and walk around, and I'm going to actually try to do maybe some light chores doing this and see what I can do. Maybe mop or make a meal and use the stool instead and just kind of walk around and use it to see if that helps to conserve my energy. It's just food for thought. Now, the chair is small enough that it could tip over too. And I used to have a electric massage table, and it came with a saddle chair. And during the pandemic, I needed the money, and because we didn't know what was going to happen with the pandemic. So I unfortunately sold it, and then I wanted it back, and then I couldn't get it back. But that saddle chair was low enough that would be perfect for, because it was stable. It was like a T shape, and there was no, like, you weren't going to fall. So I kind of wanted that back. especially now, because then I could, how there's this lady guy that walks, squats and walks around a squat in the mall. So I could technically do that with that chair. So I might invest in getting another chair like that. I don't honestly remember if it was easy to roll around. I knew I could go back and forth. But whatever. And I know it eliminated a lot of back pain. So, because it was kind of a saddle chair. Another thing that you guys might should be doing is reactivating your quads, especially if you have dystonia, any weakness, paralysis. And I started small. We box springs. I needed to get rid of it anyways. So got rid of that. And then my mattress was on just, the bed frame. No, I have a memory foam bed, so, but it didn't really go through the, railing. And if it did, I could, get somebody to make a platform for it. And then thankfully the spiders, we had a spider infestation, and I'm still having a spider issue. They like to crawl in bed with me. Ew, gross. I wish I had my cat that used to kill these darn spiders. But now I put my mattress on the floor. And a lot of you are going to be like, why are you doing that? Reactivate your quads. I've noticed a difference. And then being an artist, I'm constantly trying to go, on the floor and take rests and then try to go back and do artwork. So I'm doing it a little bit more than your average good night, going to bed and then getting up. And so I find that is very, very, very helpful. And, my medical massage brain is like, I would have been doing this with my patient, with FND anyways. So doing that. So thank you for, working out my arm today. It's feeling a little fatigued. We're going to try to finish up Mo and get that drawing on the canvas so then we can start. And so we'll probably do legal vices tomorrow. I want to try to do 3 paintings, give a little bit of a change, and kind of go from there. So anywho, sorry I keep, moving around, but, I'm working out. I'm working my muscles. So what do you think? And put it in the comments. Okay, we're gonna try to do mornings again. I think I was just trying to catch up. My brain was, tired from last week, traveling, and then the unexpected transportation issues. So we're gonna try to get back on schedule. With our morning cup of coffee, Then I'm going to, once we get rolling with the art, I think we're going to start doing like neuromuscular re-education and really focus on that. And then Fridays and Saturdays, just primarily focus on just art and just chilling. I'm gonna try to minimize, all the jibber jabber, So hopefully we can get, on a roll, on a schedule, where you know what to expect if you've been watching me. Because I just feel like it's like up in the air and then try this and try that and confusing people. You guys need consistency out there, I know. So we'll just like try to do, morning chats. We'll be like, whether it's massage news, F&D news, whatever disability, and then just like maybe some random stuff. I would like to have, professionals come on, chit chat, for about 20 minutes that deal with F&D. Or, I really, really, really want you guys out there to email me, any systemic issues, whether you send me an intro, outro, intermission. This is for you guys. I don't want it to be just all me, because I want it resources. I want, helpful information out there. So, hey, living life with F&D 2.0. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Bien. And I know you're tickled that I just, I need a haircut. I don't know what to do. If you are a hairstylist watching this, and if you want to help me out with this. If you know any products, I'm trying, not really today. It's Friday, but I want to grow this out. I really want to grow this out and grow it long, because I've never had it long, like this long. It was shoulder length. That's the longest I've had, and it's kind of weird having my hair this long again. I haven't had this since I was 14. I always, cut it and do all sorts of, fun stuff. I'm considering, like really going out and just coloring my hair blue, or, so I don't know. But if you're a hairstylist out there or know of anybody or want to give me a gift certificate to somebody, help me out. It needs some help. Because when you go to a hairstylist, they know like what's going on with you, the stress, and they're almost like a hair doctor, oh, you might have thyroid issues, or especially if they've been doing it for years and years, and it's good therapy too. So yeah. Okay, I can call you Anna. Hey. I just try to, be respectful, whatever you put as your alias or whatever. So, too bad Flash Fan is not here to put, feel free to put your, link in chat. And what times do you go live or try to record? And I haven't invested time to look at when you go live or whatever. So any of that information is helpful. Yep. So I know, Shadi is like, whatever, if she watches. Anywho. Cool. I'll have to check that. Now, if I don't respond, just yell at me. Not legitimately yell at me, but just kind of tell me I need to keep tabs and, make mental notes. But I'll get there. Yeah, I need a haircut. And yeah, it's long enough that I could probably cheat to do it, but then those accidents happen where then I have to go to a hairstylist. So yeah. Oh, well, guys, I'm going to put a little bit of an intermission. Actually, I'll put an intermission. No, I don't know what I want to do. Let's finish up on this and then we'll just call it a day. Okay? So, and I will check back in and then we'll kind of go from there. Or do you need an intermission? Do you need to go potty? Do you need to go get a drink? Or just, whatever. All right, let's listen to more music, relaxation, chill out. It's Friday. Also, if you want something, I don't know if he's going to be on tonight. The expert, he's got a lot going on personally, so I'm sure he's got it posted that he's going live. If not, or if you don't know who the expert is, Friday Night Live, 9 p.m. is usually when he goes live. It's a nice panel, kind of normalizes life. A lot of fun. Anyways, keep him in your thoughts. They're going through a lot right now personally, so anywho, all right, I'm gonna just put on some more music and we'll go from there.
Everybody buckle up. Trolling on the goats 24/7. Sonny's broken clock might confuse you in the mix. Getting you hooked on these cuteness on the farm. Sonny last call and redirects you now. Political tea and conspiracy tricks. Then we dancing, all caffeinated with Shizzy Wiznut, Honey Badger Sugar Daddy. I suggested to buckle up the helmet, Shizzy. Concussions give you a headache. Stars are blowing minds with a lifetime movie drama. Redirect me now, I'm on Mama Mo's page in the deep end of Jesus news. I never needed truth I didn't need to know. You can't cross her, she got 6 feral kids. ADHD derail, court trials every week. Reminding you for the sake of Jesus to be kind and caring at the end. Redirect me now to live in life of FND. Surfing life with political corruption and medical quacks. Waking life and finds it so funny. Round and around, we spiral through the taps and screen. I gotta say, this is all legal's vices fault. Bottoms up, world is a wild ride and batshit crazy. With Mr. Pancake, reminding y'all to live in life to the fullest. Bottoms up, friends for life. Redirect me now, fluxing a break from the world's drama. Relaxing as gaming dudes in Captain K's 3D, making friends. Eating broken bread by a baker, trying to recollect our heads. Redirect me now, we might need DUI guy by our side. Danny yelling at the screen like this is some Lamaze class. Law tubers weighing the common sense and cray-cray. Redirecting you to the mug twins, recapping drama, LOL, yours and quacky stalkers and what the hell's files. Trucking and Legos, and then ops distracted by cute bug raids. Redirect me now. The expert was shading his eyes from mind-blowing late-night group chat. You don't know who is teaching who. Then redirected to Vice baby, tucking us tight, reading bedtime stories from a live stream night. I wish we could skip the commercials, clips and snips of lives gone wild. Every click a trial filed. Now we vibing with reactors, memes on blast, covering the past with the pixel mask. And if you blink, you'll miss the plot, but it's all content, hot or not. Redirected to commentary heaven and live stream hell. You came for the facts, but stayed for the chaos. Round and around, we scroll and fly. Truth in the thumbnails, tears in the sky. Justice is shade in a YouTube storm. Welcome to the circus, it's the new norm. Vice baby, close the tab.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I'm losing it. Made me cry. But what a surprise, Squid. Thank you. Thank you for all your support. I don't know what I would do without you. And of course, I'm like scrolling through and talking to myself, and All right. I think we're good. Oh. Yeah, that's a Vala boomer move. Definitely. Um, oh my goodness. What a surprise. Like, I'm not even paying attention, doing all the boomer things, you know. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know what I would do without you, girl. Make me cry, you know. It's been a long road, long 2 years of this. F&D, being isolated, trying to figure out everything, including the kitchen sink, the systemic issues with having a disability is hard. You know, trying to figure out if I can do a job or, and then that brings a whole new plate of, I never imagined having a walker and transportation issues, and it's been a struggle. So we're gonna get there, little steps at a time. Since you guys just came in here, I am doing Mosargy. I've been following Mosargy. They're from Canada, since the days of, oh my gosh, they did a lot of abandoned places. I probably have watched YouTube since 2015, 2017, somewhere around there. And that's something that I want to do is, do abandoned places. So, but never get a chance to explore that. Yeah, it's crazy, crazy, crazy. So found a picture, Mosargy, and his lovely wife. They, it's a family oriented, abandoned places. He kind of does his own thing. Has a couple, channels. Same channel, but just, different episodes and spinoffs. So yeah, I'm kind of going international with the art, worldwide. So if I kind of know how long it takes, to send it here in the US, and now I'm like slowly, like let's try this. So I will say it's Sarah with an H, because I always joke that Dad had to make it pretty. So just have to do that. Take care, Heather. Thank you so much for joining me for a few minutes and watching me do all the boomer stuff. Yeah, and no worries. If you just want to lurk, you don't have to chat. You don't have, there's other ways that you can interact. Interacting does help the channel grow. We know that. Um, so, um, so, oh yeah, I know that I'm not the only boomer out there. It was just fun to make fun of myself, getting old there, and it's just fun, you making puns at me, too. So, on that note, let's change this up. I had the plan of ending it, but now that we've got still 19 watching, Legal Vices is slowly getting done. I'm trying to get it done by the end of this month, so I've been working on it for a couple months now. Time flies. So enjoy it while it lasts. And with F&D, it just seems like it's going faster and faster. Like, I feel like I just woke up. I thought it was Monday, thought it Tuesday, and then now we're already Friday, the weekend. And having F&D comes with dissociation, and so it's hard, and I sleep a lot. I have to pace myself. A lot of fatigue. It just includes everything, including the kitchen sink, as I always say. And so time is just, you're not promised, and it just goes by faster and faster. So, like today, I woke up about 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, somewhere around there, and I thought it was Thursday for a hot minute. So that's hard because we have Alzheimer's and dementia and the genetics, and I've always what am I eating? How, memorization is important, sleep, all that jazz to combat that. So, and I think this F&D and the dissociation aspect of it, and feeling like I don't exist and trying to figure out what day it is, that's kind of scary for me, So I'm grateful that I have my medical expertise in medical massage therapy. I was so thankful, and I know that one day I will be able to get back into it. I have plans to get back into it. I have plans for this town, and I made the fantastic step on Tuesday to talk to the city about the recent changes with transportation. They went Cracker Barrel on, like within 2 weeks. You would think, okay, school's out, let's start, transitioning and take the whole summer. No, we're not going to do that. 2 weeks. And then, so I voiced, my opinions on that. I don't think I could have done that, 2 years, 6 months, 18 months ago, to be able to stand up. Yeah, I did have to hold on to my, and I was so nervous. And you only have 3 minutes to, wing it and win it. And luckily, the homeless shelter that helped me through all this have a plan to essentially make a district. So it's going to be like a microtown for especially veterans in our community, and then senior citizens. And then I opened the can of worms, like, let's not, exclude people with, autism or other disabilities. And then I got to speak to the mayor. And so it's the right step in the right direction. And I live in a university town. We've got 2 hospitals. One of them is, basically teaching hospital. Being in a university, we've got, commercial airport through the university here in town. I think I can make something awesome happen. Yeah, I have all these dreams and visions, and then I want to make our town nationally known, to be the place to go for accessibility, especially if you have FND, because it is small enough but big enough that, people kind of know what's going on, but they're not in your business. And there's a lot of work opportunities. You got students on campus. I think, and it's, halfway, major cities. So there's a lot, and we've grown. I've been here 10 years. And I'm one of 2 medical massage technicians, and for me to be the only one in, that would specialize in FND, and then, I think I was gifted a lot of friends from international, and I used to do Airbnb, which I really, really enjoy, because I love, interacting, culture, food, coffee, you name it. So I think I have some, some tools and, and I think what hit me most was when they accidentally gave me medication that I was like super sensitive to. I thought I was going to die. Yeah, I don't care what anybody says with that. It was just the anxiety. It's full-fledged seizure, fighting. No history of seizures. Like, they flipped that switch, the light switch on me, and what makes me more irritated is, they, told my family, my power of attorney, medical power of attorney, that, she was just having anxiety. No, I could have coded, and I was gonna fight that code. I have a shit ton of, stuff to do in my lifetime. So I'm here. I'm here for a reason. And I've seen some signs, so I've come a long way in 2 years. Whether, just like Celine Dion, we're going to quote her for a minute. I don't care if I have to crawl to help somebody. Okay? I'm here for a reason. Sticking to it. And if you are struggling out there, keep moving. Just like my song, that I created. I came up with those lyrics. I'm eventually going to have my nephew, who is going to school for theater and music. So whenever he has some time to sit down, I think he'll, redo it with his voice. An amazing singer. And that's not me saying it, because I'm his aunt, he's come a long way. He was doing YouTube, and Titanium is a good song, but very hard, especially before, the hormones. And I can justifiably say that he's come a long way. So, pretty proud of you if you are watching, bud. Miss ya. I hope, things are going well and smoothing out, with the busy schedule, figuring out, life. So I hope you watch this. Probably a couple tears, listening to me, talking about life, struggles, and but yeah. You guys can do it. F&D. Focus on yourself. Don't don't listen to the system. The system is created to set you back. Now, I'm not just saying, and we'll put the disclaimer since you guys, I'm not, we'll just let you read it. I'm not a substitute for your medical advice. Always consult your own professional, healthcare professional, therapist, whatever. Just my goal is to raise awareness in stigma. I wish, there was no stigma with F&D or disabilities. Like, I wish I could go, and take the bus without having to, okay, how many feet do I have to walk? How many, what am I going to be like tomorrow? So, and transportation, getting a job, I wish there was no discrimination, to be honest. And if you do have F&D or any disability, do YouTube. I know it takes a lot of guts to do it. Just think of, whoever is watching, lurking, is your best friend that you can just call on. Yeah, you're going to have like the stupid people out there that just, just block them, they're not meant for you. Just ignore them. But, and I could go on and 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 on about this. Because I had to repeat myself because, and I don't even know what I was even remotely saying. So I hope you had fun. If you are interested, if you want to try doing a panel, have fun with me. Just shooting shit. Shoot that shit. I did have fun this afternoon. fndhope.org has some support groups that you can get into. And then if you have a rare disease, disorder, syndrome, everything, including the kitchen sink, check out NORD if you're in the US. NORD stands for National Organization of Rare Disease. I knew about them, but then I, got kind of off that radar, I guess, or my radar. Or I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Go check them out. They advocate for any rare stuff, and there's not really much out there with Indiana, as far as that I could see. They combat, putting the senator in front of, legislation and all that. So, NORD needs to do a little bit more in Indiana. So, and I don't think I have the stamina to go that direction. I need to just focus on my own town, and make it, make something. I will say I am actually having problems with my stigmatism. The past couple days, that is when you really, 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 really know that I am tired. I look tired anyways, but and I don't know if I'm getting an ear infection too, so something ain't going right on this side. As always, ears, eye, now hand issues, leg issues, hip issues. You know, it sucks getting old, you know? So back to this. Um, this is my calendar. We need subscribers, okay? And I'm gonna shit my pants and cry and laugh, and if I get 150 overnight, we've got last I looked 123 subscribers. And you know me. If you don't know me, I will do these small celebrations. I will go play the Powerball, uh, you know, do something great, you know, go get a bite to eat or, you know, small, but, you know, go do something good for myself. So, because it takes a lot of work, you know, running your own business, which is, you know, essentially my own business. But I also count on you to make that grow. So, hit that smash it, smash it, toggle down or up or whatever, where it says you get all the notifications. If you're not interested, no worries, you know, you watch when you want to watch, you know, you'll get the notifications. And yeah, just hit that subscribe button. That's huge. Hit that like button every once in a while. Watch the content. Watch it all the way through, because those numbers count. Share the love, you know, and remember that you're not a number here. Um, you matter. You know, your comments, chat, that all matters to me. I could care less about the numbers, but so anywho, looks like we've got some chitter chatters. Yep. 124 now. And we'll get there. Yep, it is a small light. And if you don't have a friend that is blind, you should go find one. My best friend, who's my sister from another mother, she is the light. You know, she teaches me so much through her blindness. I love you, girl. If you're watching, I love you. and anybody else, in my circle of, blind friends. Um, she teaches me a lot, you know. She's been there every step of the way. So, um, a warrior. Yeah, I know. I I think it's because I have to say I'm thankful for being a medical massage because um and I'm thankful for the neurologist when I originally had epilepsy. Now that epilepsy was different. Um and I kind of outgrew that because it happened when the school got involved. Um, you got a learning disability, blah, blah, blah. You need to be on medication. So they put me on Adderall, even though my mom was a little bit, hesitant. Um, and and I should have learned from that. But I was a kid, Um, now I'm an adult. Um, I'm highly sensitive to medication. That would have been another clue, you know. Um, that was a different era for me, different time. Um, if you can do me a favor, I have a petition on my profile. I want to make some changes. Bye, Heather. See you later. Um, he shouldn't be on until for another hour, so unless he started early, which is fine. Um, if I you love derailing me. The That's the fun part about YouTube. You guys love derailing us. Um, but it keeps the entertainment going and um so go to my profile, sign that petition because we need a little bit of a change. I know I'm not gonna change that, that's gonna take a lot of work. um, but it could ultimately save somebody's life who might be sensitive to medication. Um, you've got to remember that I just derailed myself. So that is okay. Go read it. We need to stop the abuse in F&D, the systemic corruption abuse that for whatever reason, they'll read about conversion disorder, which conversion disorder was changed in 2013. For some other reason, this misconception is resulting in abuse, neglect, malpractice. It's not right. So I think with my petition will change the way mental health does medication, more research, more time with patients instead of 2 minutes. That 2 minutes changed my life. 45 minutes changed my life. Constantly changing medication that I'm sensitive to, highly sensitive to, changed my life. Gaslighting me, laughing at me in that 2-minute visit. I know that we have those box labeled warnings, black box warnings about these psychotropic medications. Seizure, they're even doing seizure medications for, psychiatric, which is changing the chemical balance and causing, chemical issues, psychiatric or seizures, and and I'm not saying if you have structural seizures, like from a structural or your brain is just, misfires that way, yeah, you need to be on, seizure medication, convulsive seizures, whatever. I used to think there was non-convulsive seizures, then convulsive type seizures, non-epileptic, and now I feel like functional epilepsy seizures, non-epileptic seizures kind of go in their own category, but they're kind of still in the same, category as non-epileptic. And I've had many battles with my neurologist who was like getting a little bit unprofessionally and, irate, with this conversation and kind of spitting on me because he was getting so mad because I was like, it's still neurological, Yeah, there's might be a component with psychiatric, but I still need you to, be a professional and, help me manage my medication, with seizure medications, because, so it's our health system needs a change. It really does, but it's never gonna change because it's corruption's gonna always happen. It is getting better somewhat, but because it is 2025, not 1800s anymore. Yeah, and we'll go over that, maybe I'm gonna try to do 3 different series. So morning chats, And if you don't know me, I'm gonna, try to my best to do 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock mornings and just kind of run off on, you know, F&D, corruption, whatever, medical corruption, and that can always derail too. Then I want to say Monday and Thursday, I'm gonna try to do like exercises. Maybe if Zach is available, wants to help me out, just come on. Maybe in the future, I would love for you guys to cash out me, um, so then I can actually, hey, here's some like $10. Can you kind of help me, with this or that or the other, um, and kind of go from there. And then exercises, I think Zach would be a lot of fun. Be like, get your ass moving, like Bull Storm. So if you like that idea, email me, dude. Fat shame me, I wanna, um, and then do just exercises that you can do while living with F&D disorders. And then Fridays and Saturdays, just, do this, not so much the talking, because if you can hear it in my voice, my voice goes up and down. And I do need to get a microphone and have somebody figure out how to, condense it or whatever. So my voice sounds smooth, whether in adjust it, that way. I don't know. It's an idea. Because I do have spasmodic dysphonia, with all this, or some type of voice issue. I don't honestly remember exactly the name or whatever, but it's where the vocal cords just kind of tremor when I talk. I'm sure it's fine. I could have, I'm the worst critic, we're all, whatever I'm trying to say with that, our own worst critic. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Thank you, brain, for working with me. And I've come a long ways with that, I tried the Botox. Because when they do the Botox, they actually shoot, Botox injections. And the first time and the last time that I did it, I could feel all of it going down into my esophagus. I was literally feel like I was drinking it. And so for a long while, I was having issues with, acid reflux and all that stuff. Well, guys, thank you for joining me. My computer just popped up, said you are low on a battery, and I wish FlashFan was here to. I'll have to figure out how to redirect. Go watch us on The Expert. I will be in chat over there. I don't like to miss that, because that is my time. to chill out. It's Friday. Let's rock it. I hope you guys have a good weekend. I will be back tomorrow. I promise. We're gonna do minimal chatting, just painting. I'm gonna try to create some new and flip flop music around, create a new one. Try to keep my music, add some new stuff in there. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Squid. You there we go. And I will see you on the next one, okay? Love you guys.